Test. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. Test, 1, 2, 3. Test, 1, 2, 3. Test, 1, 2, 3.
We'll get started here in a couple minutes. She's having a little bit of difficulty back there with the computer. We're ready. No, we're not. I'd like to call the meeting to order this morning. Trustee Workshop. Everybody please stand and we give a Invocation by Lois.
I got it. Please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, we ask your guidance on this, our workshop meeting for Holiday Park. Please give our council all kinds of help to make things run smoothly. We ask that the residents pay attention to the idea that everybody should be respectful. And we ask your guidance, dear Lord, on everything that the council does today to help us further things that we enjoy in Holiday Park. Amen.
I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. In Sean's absence this morning, he's up in cold country. I want to welcome everybody and the new ones that are back in town. Welcome everybody and happy holidays. Start off this morning with the roll call, please, Jackie.
Sean Slattery,
Excused.
Bob Bachman,
Present.
Rick Haggard,
Present.
Don Lemaster,
Present.
Deb, I can't. Deb Burns,
Excused.
Joni Anderson,
Present.
Tim Celo, George Clinch,
Present.
District Manager Vicky,
Present.
Rick Weber, and myself, I'm here.
All righty, thank you. Standing in for Sean today, I will kind of touch upon a couple of things as far as the liaison position goes with ARC. The first thing, everybody's asking questions, a lot of rumors going around about the pavilion. We had a very successful meeting with the last time we got together with a general contractor. We pretty much agreed that he's going to help us a lot more than just us kind of finding our way in the path. It was very informative. He's going to take on everything for us as far as, I think, permits and the architects to get situated. And what I'm proposing we do is maybe sometime either in December or January. December, we should get some money ideas of what it's actually going to cost and what we want to do. We have scaled it back quite a bit, but I think we need a public meeting. But there's things we have to go through with the newspaper and presenting it and this and that, 7 days and all that. Anyway, anybody got any questions? Merlin's here, Rick's here. We can answer what we can, but that's where we're at right now with the pavilion. Let's start out the other end with George. Finance.
The only thing I want to say right now is I hope everyone has happy holidays. Thank you.
I just got slapped on the wrist. I forgot the district manager and her report.
No physical abuse.
Thank you.
That's okay. Sorry about that, George. Good morning, Holiday Park trustees and residents. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. If you are traveling this holiday, safe travels to you. If you are planning to have guests, you know I have to put a rule in here, right? If you are planning to have guests here for the holiday, please register them in the office as required in our rules and regulations. Due to the extreme drought conditions that we've been having in Northport, and it creates also a heightened sense of threat for wildfires, the City of Gulfport has enacted their burn ban, which was effective on November the 5th. So this is just another reminder, especially with some of us maybe, wanting to do some outdoor fire, fire pits, or maybe even cooking outdoors. There's some considerations that you should adhere to. The ban prohibits all bonfires, campfires, and outdoor burning of yard debris within the city limits. Grills, both gas and charcoal, remain permitted using extreme caution. So remember that when you're using your grills maybe this weekend. And then also fire pits and cooking pits are not allowed under the current burn ban. Also, the Phase 1, just some updates on projects, the Phase 1 and 2 security cameras and the Phase 2 pool audio equipment installation project is underway, and they're scheduled to be completed by the end of next week. And that is a joint effort between our IT companies, cyber, IT management services, and our maintenance staff that's completing that project. Also, the shuffleboard courts. The resurfacing has been completed and are now open to play. There are some holes at the end of the alleyways where the old holes were, where the old pavilion or the covering was, that's still to be filled by the contractor, so they have to complete that part of the job. I have also received some feedback from residents concerning the surface with the puck not sliding as far as it did on the previous surface. So there are some concerns, and I've heard them loud and clear, and it's been an ongoing concern, which has been addressed with the contractor. They have made provisions outside of their scope of work to accommodate this concern by applying additional coats of surface paint and 2 coats of wax. Players just may need to adjust, which has been communicated by myself as well as the contractor, that this is not the same type of surface as we had before. It is going to be different. It is what we contracted them for, and with that, there may be players that need to adjust their play due to that different type of surface than what we had prior. I know this may not be what you want to hear. This is also the type of surface, like I said, that stayed in our contract, and they have fulfilled that contract. There is a 2-year workmanship warranty that's in the contract that we need to be aware of. So if we see the surface, beginning to have some issues, peeling or fading, not by the sunlight, but, due to the type of paint surface or painting that they used, then, we can address that during the warranty phase. We did put the sand type beads on one of the courts yesterday, and used it with the sand beads, and it slid very nicely on, using the sand beads. I know that may not be something that you want to do, to play every time you want to play on the shuffleboard courts, but it is an option for us, and I would be glad to take any, concerns from, residents, and hear your input on that. Also, the front and rear gate project will begin the 2nd week of January 2026. The 50% deposit has been made to Archer Gates, our selected vendor for the gate project, and they have begun to order the equipment and materials. And have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Thank you, Vicki. I did look at those shuffleboard courts a couple days ago. It is kind of shoddy looking. There's blobs of paint that I saw that are still on the courts, and
they corrected.
did they do?
They came back out on Saturday.
Okay.
And like I said, I will have them come back out, and if there's any, other areas that they need to address, but they do have to fill in the holes.
Yeah, it was just brought to my attention they weren't going to be able to do league play, and I said, well, we got to fix it. Okay, next, Joni.
Just a reminder, no lawn care service in the month of December.
Rick?
Nothing at this time.
Mr. Lemaster, I forgot about you in the financials.
I'll give all mine when we talk about the deed. The CD, I'm sorry. CD.
Okay. Tim?
I'd just like to thank the residents for their kindness when Vicki and I have to go out and about to look at all the complaints that are getting filed. 99.9% of you guys treat us with great respect, and I'd just like to pass that along to you. So thank you and have a great Thanksgiving.
Jackie.
I also wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
Alrighty. Moving on. I'm going to add one more thing now before everybody else leaves. The annual Holiday Park Christmas tree lighting is going to be this Saturday, the 29th, to Phase 2, Tuscola Gazebo, 5:15 to 6:15. Christmas carols, hot chocolate, cider, and Santa snacks. Pull up in your golf carts, ride your bicycles, or walk and come out and enjoy. Toby's going to be doing the music, and I think it'll be a good time. And we also have George to finish.
Where we started from.
I didn't say it was going to be a picnic today, guys.
Like I said, I wish everyone happy holidays and a happy Thanksgiving. I will have an elaborate speech at the end. Thank you.
All righty, moving on. Residents' comments. I don't see anybody moving, so let's move on to old business. Oh, okay. 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 Yeah, only agenda items. All right, no old business. Move on to new business. We'll discuss NB1, compound security cameras for buildings and parking lots.
Mention we have one supplemental.
Oh, okay. We have one supplemental we're going to do that we have to discuss. With the holidays here, we have to address the situation.
The Christmas bonus for the employees. I forgot, so it never got put on the agenda. Oh, well.
Okay. Vicki, you want to take this?
Absolutely. Okay, so on previous workshops, we have had some conversation or discussion that has happened for the Phase 1 compound. It started out actually with the debris dumpster and having a security camera that will point at the debris dumpster, since we now have that agreement in place for residents. And but also at this time, we're expanding that to the compound for Phase 1 only, because it's where we now have internet capability as well as power. So we're able to meet the demand of security cameras and have those hooked into our managed network from with our IT company. So it will, we'll be able to see those live feeds, recordings, just like we do with all the other cameras that are in the park at our front and rear gates. And of course, the other cameras that are going in Phase 1 and Phase 2. So this is there will be a final estimate that will be provided officially by Cyber IT Management Services, but this is basically going to be a couple of options for the scope of work of these cameras. And option 1, which we would have to have in either option, is the sonic firewall, and we have one here in this building as well. That is, a firewall to keep from any one, it's extra security for anyone to be able to hack into our system. So it minimizes that risk, is its main feature, and that you're not getting a bunch of spam or anything coming through our network with that sonic firewall. It's just an extra layer of protection, and that sonic firewall is $1,000. And the only thing that really changes between option 1 and option 2 are the type of cameras that that for consideration. We can use the 360-degree cameras. Those are Ubiquity cameras is the manufacturer of those, and they are $500 a piece. We may only need one at the compound, but possibly 2. But with having one at 360, it's videoing 360 degrees. So depending on where we place that, on the building, in the phase 1 compound area, we may be able to cover it with just one. But I also wanted to propose that we include just a stationary camera that always points at the dumpster, at the debris dumpster. That's kind of where we started from. And then it includes any of our materials that we'll need to use, cable, antennas, anything like that. If we don't need some of these items, those, of course, will not be completed, included in the final invoice. And then labor for all of the configuration is no more than $1,000. And then, like I said, option 1 is $4,600, option 2 is $4,400. And the main difference is that we would have 5 stationary cameras throughout the compound, including the dumpster, and then everything else remains the same.
Okay, anybody got questions?
Yes, I do. Are any of these charges reoccurring, like annually or anything like the firewall, et cetera?
No,
The one-time charge?
that's a one-time charge.
Okay, are these cameras motion sensitive, and do they have night vision?
They are motion and night. Yes, good question.
All right, thanks.
So Vicky, will this cover all the doors of the building also?
It will cover the buildings, the parking lot, area of the Phase 1 compound that's outside of the groundskeeper shop, and that men's club building, that open utility, the utility trailer storage area that's not fenced, the fenced utility or cargo storage area, as well as the RV fenced-in area of the compound. So it will cover all of that area.
Anybody got anything else?
Vicky, which one would you prefer?
I would prefer the 360-degree camera option, and it may be that we only need one, and I'll have that verified before, if the consensus is to move forward. I will have that verified before it goes to vote. But that would be the one that I would recommend. It's going to be higher quality as well on the 360-degree camera.
That's what I was thinking, yes. Okay.
Okay, so we want to move this to the agenda for the regular meeting, correct?
Yes. Option 1, correct?
Option 1?
Option 1?
Everybody in agreement with option 1? Probably ought to do a motion. No?
No.
No, we don't do motions on
Just a
trustee
consensus
workshops.
to move it on.
Okay, we'll move it on. Okay, the next one, discussion item NB2, Park Compound Space Agreement Revision. George, you doing this? Or is,
Do you want me to start it out with the deed restriction? Okay, for this agenda item, there is a deed restriction that will be part of the discussion that happens today in consideration of revising the RV storage agreement that we currently have in place. The deed restriction is 3E. And I'm just going to read it to you. The district's Board of Trustees has made provision for a storage area for currently registered vehicles, which shall include boats, boat trailers, travel trailer campers, and similar recreational vehicles, which shall be stored within the special area provided by the district's Board of Trustees. No boat, boat trailer, travel trailer, camper, or similar recreational vehicle may be stored or kept upon any residential lot for more than 48 hours. And then, do you want me to read it all? There's some that doesn't apply to what we're doing. I'll go ahead. No cars, derelict vehicles, or items other than those specific items set forth in this paragraph may be stored within the special area provided. Space in said storage area shall be assigned by the district's Board of Trustees to let owners on a space available basis with no more than one space assigned to any individual. So this deed restriction as part of the discussion of the revision that is being proposed today for the RV compound space agreement.
Okay, George.
As far as the deed restriction, I personally believe, and it's up to the other trustees, but I believe it's a simpler recreation vehicle. What I'm asking for is cargo trailers that are in excess of 18 feet in length, up to 25 feet total length, will be permitted in recreation vehicle compounds, providing space is available. I do not want to take any space from RVs or boat trailers or boats. But right now, before I became a trustee and taking this job, in phase 2, there is a cargo trailer in there now, which is slightly in excess of 18 feet, which is our rule. I did not put it there, but it's there. Also, there is one that's slightly over length in phase 1 cargo trailer compound. Very slightly, like 4 or 5 inches. And that's with both of them. However, last year, when I took over this position, and it bothered me until I took this position, there was a car hauler, which was probably around 25 feet long, in our compound trailer. I mentioned this as soon as I took the position, and the gentleman never registered that trailer, and then he took it and traded it in for a cargo trailer, which was in excess of 18 feet also, which became a situation for us. Carmela was district manager then, and myself. There was a letter sent to this gentleman, and towards the end, he asked me, what if I don't get this out of here in 30 days? I says, well, we'll probably have it towed. And the suggestion to me was, well, then you're looking for a lawsuit. I don't like that. That's some of the things that come up. I also understand that there are possibilities that we could have trailers in here. And that's what I'm asking for. Also, in cargo trailer area, that is getting close to full. There is maybe one spot available. In recreation vehicle and boat trailer compound, there is probably several spaces available. In the gated utility trailer compound, it's very hard to put some of these trailers in there. In fact, when Ken Judd was in this position, he was involved in making room for this. And he asked me if I could move a couple trailers, including mine own, in there. And in doing that, I had to manufacture a hitch on the back of my golf cart to get it in that gated area, because it is tight. It's tough for people to get things in there. It's fairly easy for smaller trailers and so forth, but not real convenient. I do not want to add the expense of expanding our compounds right now, as we have many other things that we need to do. So I'm asking for this revision that may help out.
Anybody got any comments?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, may I speak? Yes, back in '08, I moved down here with a cargo trailer, 22 foot long. That's how I was introduced to Mr. Judd. He came knocking on my door and said, you've got to move this. So then I came up to the office, talked to the manager. The manager said, we'll put it on the workshop. You're going to have special permission to park this in there. I was given permission. by the trustees to park it there until I left in the spring. I don't think any cargo trailer belongs in that lot according to our deed restrictions. I'm sorry, George. That's my thoughts.
Anybody else?
Yes. I don't know where the 18 feet came up with for that length, but I was out there 2 days ago when I did have some time off. Why are we not just expanding the length of that? That is not a deed restriction requirement on the 18 feet. We can move that out. On the further end, you've got plenty of room to have 35, 40-foot trailers down there. So that's a way around this. I don't want to say it's a way around the deed restrictions, but we can extend that length just by a regular meeting vote.
Yes.
Rick?
I'd like to move it forward to the meeting.
Okay. We shall move this forward to
Okay.
me. All righty, the last one under new business, oh no, next to the last, project list, budget year 25, 26. You all have that in front of you.
I know.
Anybody got any comments on this? Are we gonna go through it again, or?
The only comment I have is we have taken now the $88,000 from the gate, Archer Gate. That will come out of the project money, which we have $350,000 to spend this year.
Okay. Anybody else got anything? All righty, we'll move on to the next item agenda. Restricted funds, Don, you're up.
Yes. I don't know whether the other trustees, I was told the office to forward the email about our discussion. All right. No, the discussion on our meeting. Did you get an email about the discussion? Okay. We discussed in the finance committee meeting that we're only earning on $398,000, $3.40 some a month in interest is all we're earning. But if we would convert part of the money or all of it to maybe $200,000 CDs, we could earn like $15 to $16 a month. Also, I want to correct a statement that I made a couple meetings ago. The interest rate on our present CD is 3.93, not 4 1/4. I was misspoken at that meeting. I just grabbed that figure off the top of my head, and then afterwards I realized I've got to quit doing this. But anyway, that was what I'd like to do, because we're getting ready to put $304,811 into our restricted money. I would like to take $400,000 into use 2 different CDs so that they're not all up or come due at the same time. That way, if we would have to say emergency comes up, we may only lose part of the interest on one if we would need the money.
Anybody got anything on this?
Is that for 6 months, Dawn, or a year?
No, 6 months, because a year they're giving less interest on a 12 months. So the term I was given this past week was 6 months for 3.75.
So you're proposing to do like a 2-month stagger on that?
Yeah, a month or two, yes.
Okay.
The first one would be probably in January, do that one. Our present CD comes due in March again. So if we would do one, say, in January, and maybe the one end of February for 6 months on that basis. I don't think we should take and put it all, that was the Finance Committee's agreement also, that we shouldn't put it all into one CD again, like we've done in the past.
What concerns me is that we're front loading them so much that all, you know what I mean?
you want to
If-
stagger them more then?
I think for risk with the park,
All right?
I would like to have one come due around hurricane
All right.
season, just in case.
All right, I could get one, because we do have I could get one now. Go ahead, after our next meeting for 200, then it would come due in June.
Yeah, I just think with hurricane
Okay,
season,
no
it
problem.
would be better that we're not taking a penalty, because that's usually when we need the funds.
Yes, I agree. Okay, then we would do one in December, and then maybe one in February? What do you think? All right.
Okay, everybody in agreement with this? We'll move it on to the regular meeting.
So we're going to take $200,000 in two different CDs, a total of $400,000, correct? Okay,
That's the understanding I got.
all righty. Thank you.
All righty, supplemental items, employee bonus. We do this every year, and she needs to leave. So we need to discuss this and get something going
Yes,
so we can take care of our employees at Christmas time.
yes, I agree, Bob. So I'm proposing that we do a Christmas bonus, $100 each across the board for all 9 employees. That is my proposal.
Anybody got any comments?
I agree.
I think they well deserve it.
Yes.
Okay, we'll move this on to the regular meeting, and
Yes.
that's $900, correct?
Yes. $900, yes.
All righty. Trustee comments. I'm going to start down with Jackie first.
We are having our Christmas golf cart parade on the 20th of December. The theme this year is going to be transportation, or you can certainly decorate for the Christmas theme or just join in on the fun. The parade will form at 12:30 in parking lot 2, phase 2, and then it will end in the main hall where the cash prizes will be awarded for the best decorated cart, the best decorated home, the best cul-de-sac decoration. And then we're going to go back to having a cookie exchange after the awards presentation. The judging of the homes will be done, and the cul-de-sacs will be done on December 15th and 16th, from dusk until 9. Keep those lights on. The night parade starts at 5:45 at phase 2. The same day, the December 20th date. That's all I have.
Tim?
Yeah, just going back to the burn ban, the fire department looks at your open flames, little propane fire pits, the same as your barbecue grill. So residents riding around seeing other residents having them, they are well within the fire department's how they look at them. They look at them as propane grills. Thank you.
Don?
Nothing further.
Vicky?
Nothing.
Rick?
I'm still a little foggy, so if you could point me to the buffet line, I would appreciate it.
I just wanted to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving and stay safe if you're traveling.
Okay.
First of all, I want to ask Nancy a question. How many are we at? How many people are watching? Okay. I thank everyone for coming to this, and the people watching on the internet. And I want to thank everyone for the well wishes. My wife and I, over the past week and a half, has been tremendous. And as a lot of you know, that I'm in charge of Christmas decorations, and I have been out. I really want to thank Tim Celo and Rick Haggard for helping me get going on this. As you can see, the halls are decorated, and we got this out before I left for New York. And Tim has worked hard putting up stakes by himself for the tree lighting, which there's no lights out yet. And I'm asking residents, volunteers to step up, as we need a lot of help. I'm going to start this afternoon. As soon as we get out of here, I'm going to dig out lights with the help of my crew. I got to change my clothes and that, but we're going to dig out lights and start doing lights and so forth. And once again, I want to thank Tim Celo for doing the stakes and that while I was gone. I'm well behind, and the Christmas tree lighting is Saturday. So if we have our park up and decorated somewhat, that's all I'm asking for. Also, Bob and Diane Schleer donated a lot of figurines, large figurines last year. I need some crafty people to help put these around in desirable places. So I'm asking for a lot of volunteers. We need a lot of help to decorate this park this year, as I'm well behind. And I hope it's fun for all of us. However, under my conditions that I have now, my wife forbids me to climb any ladders, so I have to call on somebody to do stuff for me. Digging stuff out of the compound down there. And this will be the last year that I will do this. I'm always willing to help out in this park. We love this park. And I want to do this. But I can't do it anymore, and I need someone else to step up. There's many volunteers in here, and I know somebody can do this. So please, please, someone step up. And once again, I hope for the best. Thank you.
Okay, Rick?
Speaking of stepping up, I appreciate Nancy Celo still filling in. She has resigned from the communications committee, but we still need someone to help out, to volunteer for that. So thank you.
Anybody got anything else?
Yeah, I got one more thing. Flags down Friday. Meet at the main gazebo at 9 a.m.
Okay, moving on. Resident comments. Okay. Howdy.
Yes, howdy. I just want to
Can you
say,
do your name and address?
okay, I am Midge Brown at 6408 Haley. I would just like to say that I am so happy to see that we are still trying to move forward with our pavilion. I think that we need to continue to move forward. So happy to see that we're trying to do it bit by bit, because as long as we stay together, we're stronger together. Thank you.
Anybody else?
There's one thing I forgot.
Okay.
You had me text message this afternoon or this morning. Say 10:30 we'll start. Meet at the main gazebo. We'll start out at 9 o'clock in the mornings. Today. Yes. At the main gazebo. We'll get direction from there. And once again, I need some crafty people. Thank you.
We knew that. Yeah, we know that. Okay, any more resident comments? Okay, Rick. The other Rick.
Hi, my name is Rick Halba, and I live at 6393 Calippa Court. The Pavilion Committee has been tasked in an ever-changing way to provide information both to residents and eventually to our trustee board to make a decision one way or the other about a pavilion. We have done that, we thought, multiple times, but because it seems to be ever-changing, we continue to pursue our endeavors. Recently, we've been given a detailed letter or / email by our trustees of what their expectations are, and that has been very helpful. So instantly, our committee has been acting on that direction and getting the answers to the questions that have been raised. Here are those action items required. Item 1, the Pavilion Committee is driving the entire project from the beginning to the end and completion. They are to provide accountable items, plans, and cost. Item 3, the committee has to hold a public meeting for the residents with design details, possible options, renderings, and true costs for the project. Item 4, plans and quotes should be provided through an RFP to an area contractor. Item 4 does not say it's required, but it should be given out to multiple contractors. This may be because of the common practice of producing 3 bids. Item 5, all of the work must be done through a licensed general contractor. Item 6, this is a non-trustee project. The pavilion project and constructing will not be under their supervision of the trustees. This is to include design options, renderings for presentations, engineer drawings, and an accurate quote. Once this information has been presented to the residents, the trustees shall review their work at their next workshop. Item 9. Once items 3 and 4 are completed, the committee will begin their fundraising efforts. We come to you today before making a special request. Since it's not being required by this plan given to us by the trustees that we are to produce 3 bids from 3 different general contractors, we are requesting of you today that we provide 1 general contractor with 3 who will produce you 3 bids from 3 different steel building pavilion manufacturers for the purpose of meeting those 3 bid options. And here are the reasons why. Number 1, this project, though it is a building, is too small for most general contractors in areas want to mess with because the profit margin is too low. Most projects are 15 to 20% upcharge. Number 2, we have contacted numerous general contractors who I've either not answered their calls, have not shown up at meetings they said they would attend. We've also contacted numerous subcontractors for various aspects of projects who, again, have not answered our calls, have not shown up at meetings that they said they were planned to attend. There is only 1 general contractor we have been able to reach in the months of working this project and this detailed direction from our trustees, and that is a Greg Crane of Crane Construction Company. He is a local general contractor. He is 25 years of experience of building steel metal pavilion buildings. He has done this multiple times. He comes with high recommendations.
Excuse me, Rick, I can give you about 20 seconds.
Okay. He is the only one who's met with us twice, looked at site evaluations. He's come to the committee. He's made recommendations to save us money on things that we were looking at doing. And therefore, we want permission from you today to provide for you 3 bids through 1 general contractor so that we might present to our residents accurate details, drawings, engineer plans for the presentation. If we delay this, that means you won't get it until the February workshop at the earliest, and that means the pavilion project will be delayed another year.
Thank you, Rick.
You mentioned he's a licensed contractor, licensed through the state of Florida?
Yes, he is. There is a part 2. In order to get all that information you're requesting and all that information to our residents, we are requesting $25,000 of the funds in order to provide all those costs and all that information, because we can't get that to you without our financial investment.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question. Rick? Have you employed an architect at all?
Yes, we provided an architect that was approved by trustees. The architectural rendering ended up being too costly for us to build, is our opinion, so we stepped away. The contractor will be contacting companies who have engineered, accurate architectural drawings to provide to the residents for their view.
I was just thinking an architect could probably help you research and get more contractors to get bids from, that's all.
The gentleman,
But it has not.
the general contractor gentleman that we talked to said he had plenty of contacts for architects in electrical, the whole 9 yards. It sounded to me like he could do everything.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rick. Any more resident comments? Hearing none. I'd like to have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion approved. Thanks, everybody, for coming out.